Hello everyone, I welcome you once again to Spicy Talk with Onwadia. You all know it's always a pleasure having you join me here. Thank you so much. And if today is your first time of coming across this channel, this is Spicy Talk and I am Onwadia. Please, I welcome you. Consider subscribing after this particular video. If you love what I'm doing, give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Join the family. And for you, my returning subscribers, you all know it's always a delight to have you join me on this space. Thank you so much for your love, your support all the time. So let us go straight into today's topic, which is baggage in relationship. How do you deal with the baggage in relationship, in the past relationship, and even in the present one? We all know that heartbreak is not easy to heal. In as much as everyone wants to move on, it is very important to consider the kind of baggage you are carrying from one relationship into a new one. Because if it's not properly handled, you find yourself going round and round the circles without any solution. It's going to be difficult to always move into a new relationship and hold it down. What happens is that at the end of the day, you find yourself getting more and more heartbreaks, and then you run into conclusion. So let us go straight into it. What is baggage? Baggage is the emotional turmoil carried on from the previous relationship into a new one. It is the emotional pain that you have been feeling, the disappointments that is, in one before moving into a new relationship, without dealing with it, without dropping these baggages. You see a man that you love so much, but the unfortunate thing is he loves you, but he's carrying a baggage, and this baggage affects the relationship, the new relationship, in a negative way, making it difficult for him to commit completely into that relationship. Same with marriage. A lady can carry a baggage from her previous relationship or heartbreak into her marriage. And what happens is that she finds it difficult moving on. So let us look at the negative effects of baggage. One of it is trust. If you are having a trust issue in your previous relationship, it is better to deal with that trust issue. Rather than, sorting it out, you find it difficult trusting the new man. You find it difficult trusting the new woman in your life. Even when they mean well, even when they trust you, even when they accept you with the whole of their heart, it's difficult for you to trust them because you have that trust issue. Let's take, for instance, if your ex has been cheating on you, serially, it's going to be difficult for you to trust the new person in your life. It will be difficult. You're going to have trust issue because you will not believe, even when they give you a cogent reason for staying away, or a cogent reason for not picking up, or for giving you a cogent reason for what happened. It's going to be difficult for you to trust because all you'll be seeing are the same thing you saw in the previous guy or in the previous lady. So you see, it's going to be difficult. So how do you trash these trust issues? We're going to come to that. Then another thing is assumption. You run into assumption easily. You quickly conclude. You always assume that this is it. Or when you see something that looks similar to what happened in the past, you quickly conclude. You conclude that yes, that is the same thing. Another effect is insecurity. In a new relationship, you find it difficult moving on because of insecurity. And what happens when you are insecure, when you're feeling insecure with your new partner? There is no way the relationship is going to move forward. When you don't trust, when you're feeling insecure about your feeling, or you're feeling insecure about their feelings towards you, it's going to affect because you find it difficult, committing. You're always afraid that they might change. They will break your heart. They will come up with the same thing your ex did. You feel insecure. You can't let them off your side. You can't cut them some slack. You can't let them take a deep breath. You can't let them have fresh air because you're always feeling insecure, asking questions over and over and over again. Do you love me? What do you think about me? You keep asking some insecure questions. This is because you are still carrying the baggage of insecurity from the previous relationship. You want to check yourself over and over again. You want to keep asking them questions to be sure of what you are doing. When it gets to a point where you begin to question what you're doing in a relationship, just know that you are insecure, and it's not healthy for any relationship. Insecurity is not healthy for any relationship. Then another negative effect of carrying excess baggage from the previous relationship is the fear of commitment. The fear of commitment. You wonder why a lot of guys keep dating 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. They find it difficult making up their mind on what they want with you. It is the fear of commitment. They are afraid to pop the question due to the previous heartbreak, due to what they have felt or experienced with the previous girl. Same thing with a lady. You be in a relationship and you find it difficult committing yourself totally. And there is no relationship that can work out perfectly well without commitment. You need commitment. If you are not committed, forget it. You can't be one leg in, the other leg out. You ought to commit. And if you cannot commit to that relationship, forget it. It's not worth it. Because relationship is all about commitment. Commitment from the man and commitment from the woman. So you have to commit yourself. And when you don't commit, what happens? The other person will feel it. That he or she is the only one fanning the fire. Trying to do everything to make the relationship work. Trying to give support to that relationship. And you know what happens? With time, they get tired, they get frustrated. It wears them out. Because commitment ought to be from both sides. So when it's coming from one person, be rest assured that a time will come, they will get tired and fed up with it. So you see, trust issue, commitment issue, and insecurity. These are serious problems that will hinder your relationship. Even in marriage, there are couples who are married today and they're experiencing all these things I have listed out. A woman is in her home right now feeling insecure. She can't trust her husband. When he says he's traveling or he's going somewhere, she cannot trust. She just believes that he must have been with one side chick or the other. Insecurity. When you call a number and he's not going, you conclude he's cheating somewhere. Insecurity. Same thing goes for a man. He cannot allow the wife be like, any call that comes into the wife's phone, he wants to know who called. He wants to know where she's going. She buys a new dress and dresses up. He'll begin to feel she's dressing up for someone else. Insecurity. These things can crash a home. It can destroy your marriage. So it's something that needs to be worked on before you even get into the marriage. And if you're already into it, you have to work on it. Now, let us go into how we can sort out these things. How do you trash this baggage? How do you drop this baggage before heading into another relationship? Or if you're already in a new relationship or you're already married to your partner, how do you help yourself out of this heavy baggage in order for it not to ruin your relationship and your marriage? Now, the first thing first is work on yourself. Work on yourself. Everyone cannot be the same. Have this belief that what has happened. Take time to work on yourself. If the problem is from you, or if the problem is, even if it's not from you, work on yourself to begin to trust again. Trust is end, I know. But for how long are you going to be in a relationship where you can't trust the other person? Because relationship is built on trust. If there is no trust, then there is no need for you to be in it. Because you always be, finding fault in your partner. So work on yourself. How do you do that? Consciously tell yourself that this, you're going to give this person benefit of doubt. There are some women that will say all men are, scum. Because of the heartbreak, they are still feeling bad. They're still feeling terrible about the previous relationships. So they have come to a conclusion that there is no good man out there. Hello, sister, there are good men out there. Just work on yourself. Tell yourself if you need time, which is the second one, take time out. Don't jump from one relationship into the next one immediately as if you're taking a connecting flight. as if you're, taking a connecting bus. When a relationship ends, take appraisal. Take time out to ask yourself what went wrong. If it's from your partner, from your ex, you give yourself time to heal. Time heals all things. Time heals broken heart. So if you don't take time out to work on yourself and to also deal with the pain, you're going to carry that pain, that disappointment in your heart into the next relationship. And when you do that, it becomes a burden on both you and the new partner. That is what happens. It becomes a burden. So take time out to heal. Then the next one is always ask questions if you are not sure. Instead of assuming, ask questions. You are in a new relationship now. Instead of always concluding on having the negative assumption, you do what you ask questions. It is better to speak out. That is where communication comes in. When your man is not picking your call, for instance, or when he is away and you are not sure of where he was, it is better to ask rather than conclude he's with someone. It is better to ask, hey, I called earlier on, you didn't pick. What happened? Were you busy? Instead of carrying it in your chest, feeling he didn't pick your call for a particular reason. Ask question is going to help you a lot to understand the new person. Like I said before, take time out to heal. Take time. Look, it's very therapeutic. It's very healthy that when you are out of a relationship, you wait. Take a break. Take a deep breath. Then work on yourself. After that, then ask questions. Anything you are unsure of, ask questions. Another one is practice mindfulness. What do I mean by that? When you find yourself beginning to suspect or beginning to think or beginning to doubt, call yourself back to order. Hey, Mr. A is not Mr. B. Mr. B is different from Mr. A. Be mindful. Whenever you find yourself drifting, begin to look at your new man with the same eyes you looked at your ex. Call yourself back to order. Remind yourself that these two people are different. They are not the same. They are not the same. All men are not the same and all women are not the same. So give them a benefit of doubt. Tell yourself, we all have our baggages. You are carrying yours. He may be carrying his. But you see, the problem with baggage is when it becomes excess, your other partner may not be able to deal with it. It begins to wear the relationship out. It begins to affect it negatively. It begins to impact it negatively. This is what excess. There are baggages, yes, that can be dealt with, that you can decide to let go. There are certain little things you can let go. These are just little hand carried. But when it becomes heavy, like these things I have mentioned, just know that it ought to be dealt with. Otherwise, it will wear you out. You get tired and frustrated, and what happens? The relationship breaks, and then you start all over. So take time out to sort these things before ending the relationship, so that you don't keep jumping from one man to the other or from one woman to the other, and before you know it, you conclude. Baggages can be heavy. They can be tiring to carry around. Deal with it by dropping some of this. And if there are certain things they are from you, if these faults are from you, work on yourself. That is where working on yourself comes in also. Work on yourself. Deal with these things so that you don't have to carry it into the next relationship and then get frustrated all over again. So guys, this is where I drop this topic. I want you to think about it. Take appraisal. Ask yourself, are you in a relationship where you or your partner are carrying baggages? It's time to work on it. It's time to let go of some of those things so that your relationship can be smooth and healthy. Because a healthy relationship is a happy relationship. When your relationship is not healthy, you're busy having difficulties, always having frictions, just know that it's unhealthy. And there is no way you're going to move forward with that. So baggages are very difficult things to carry. Drop some of those things. Work on yourself. Let your partner also work on himself. Take time out. Heal. Take appraisal. Ask questions. Speak out. Don't always conclude. And with that, you'll be able to forge on in your new relationship. All right, guys, until I come your way again with another interesting topic, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave me your comment what you think and how you think some of these baggages can be dealt with in the comment section. I'll be waiting to read your comments in the comment section. All right, guys, see you next time. I remain Onwadia. For now, I say bye-bye.